here's a smoke for the right side of top of mid, short side. Go into the pit here and just crush yourself up in the corner. Aim at the corner of this roof and go up until you're in line with where it bends, I guess. And that's a decent shallow short mid smoke. If you wish for a deeper short mid smoke, which you can use boiler with, you just come up onto this balcony. Obviously this requires you to have a little bit of apps control. Line up with the bottom of this post, turn around, and then just where the plant pot meets the gutter in, just throw there. That's going to bounce off a couple of the roofs off that and land beautifully. This way you can use boiler, you can come out boiler, and you can also potentially use that boost even if you can't see anything once you go into the smoke. If you find yourself wanting a shallow long smoke, just come up to this wall here, aim at this little notch at the edge of the gutter in and just throw. Now that's going to bounce and land nicely in there for you. Just in case anyone's playing like in this spot here, you eliminate them. Basically, if you don't want the long control, you use this one. If you want a relatively deep long smoke, just come over to this corner here, turn around, and you're going to throw it on this notch. So not the drain pipe, just the one up from that. Throw it at the top of the gutter in. And that's going to fly nicely. And now you've got deep long control, so if it came to it you could leave a man playing brackets like right in the corner there, and then have flash him in or whatever. But basically this just allows you to do whatever you want without having to, as long as you don't have to worry about this guy. If you find yourself wanting to smoke the archway, come to top of second mid. We're going to go Nexus Broom in the middle of this brick. I don't think it has to be perfect, but in the middle of the brick. And you're going to line up the edge of this roof with the corner of this, so you can aim about there and then just throw. I don't think it has to be super accurate, as long as it's high enough to miss this roof, it'll land in arch for you. Following on from arch, if you want to land a smoke next to arch so you can go through and wrap B, you're going to come into second mid. Now this is a little bit more of an inconsistent smoke to throw. Line yourself up the edge of this brick here. Turn around, you're going to aim at the top of this, the right hand side of the satellite, and go up until you're in line with this corner of this roof. So you're going to go to about there, and then you're going to run 2 or 3 steps and then throw. And that's going to bounce off this roof, off that roof, and land. Perfect. If you find yourself wanting to smoke off this area here, Moto, I think some people call it. You can come to top of second mid. Wedge yourself in this corner. Easiest way to do it is just look at this brown patch and press W. Turn around and you're going to aim where this line is and go right until you're at the bottom of this brick and then just jump through. Simple as that. Perfect. A handy pit smoke to throw, just one of many variations I'm sure. Line yourself up with this pole in second mid and just aim at the bottom corner of this plant pot and throw. It's going to go over cleanly, and the reason I like this smoke quite a lot, it blocks off pit, but it also blocks off like pit from being able to see you enter the site. So combined with a balcony smoke, which I'll throw in a moment, this is actually a really good path that you can get up on site. You don't even have to worry about pit. A decent balcony smoke to throw. A reason I like this one, I'll get into reasons in a second. It might seem a bit counterintuitive, but you want to line up with this, the line of this drain, turn around and just aim at the top of the satellite. The reason I say it might sound a bit, it might look a bit counterintuitive, is because it like smokes the doorway off. But the reason I like it is because of that. So if you're coming out of apps, you can literally just strafe jump around and you're out. Meanwhile, you could do the same and come out on the other side of balcony. Just try not to get lost in the smoke, and that can actually be utilised really well, especially combined with the short smoke that I just threw a moment ago. If you want to smoke off just a library, maybe combine it with an arch smoke, whatever, you want to push head against this wall and line up with the right hand side of this drain, turn around, and where these two roofs meet, go up until you're in between the two cables, and then just throw. Going to take a little bounce off the roof, and then course correct, and block off library. In my opinion, the best CT smoke is this one here. So you want to come up to these bricks. I like to stand where it like bends here. Basically just line up with this bend, turn around, and then you're going to line up the top of the chimney with the corner of the balcony, I guess that is. You can just use the smoke for reference. Nice and easy smoke. Just throw that. It's going to bounce nicely into place and block off CT. A good coffin smoke. It's going to require you to have a little bit of banana control, but you just basically just walk up here and you'll get stuck in these logs. Turn around. You're going to aim the ball of this post up in line with this one. So you're just going to go straight up until you can see you're in line here. And then just throw. That smoke's going to... I don't know how, but that just doesn't bounce at all. So that's great. And the best part about this one is, if you're playing coffins, there's some smokes where you can see like just about over it. But to see over this one, you either have to jump and make yourself visible, or obviously stand on top. A just generally useful smoke, but also when combined with the next one coming after this, makes a wall of smokes. This is a good smoke. You just walk up until you're in like the middle of this grey patch, turn around, and where the left side of the top of this tree is, just go up until you meet the wire, and just throw. Just going to take a bounce off the roof, and then land quite nicely right there. The reason I say this is useful is because you could throw it with a coffin smoke, and then you have like grill control to do, obviously throw mollies and whatever. You can also get up on the blue things to check out sight. It's just actually a quite useful smoke, but when combined with the next smoke, you can make a wall, and it's really nice to plant in. The second smoke of the wall is thrown from here, so if you just walk in line with this until you bang your head, just somewhere around here is fine. Turn around, and to line one up is a bit weird, so you're going to go to a little bit to the left of this beam, so about here, and then go up until you're in line with the end of this stick. So you're going to go from here, just about there, and through. That's going to bounce and land nicely next to these two coffins. On its own, I don't think it'll be that useful, but when combined with the other smoke, I'll show you what it looks like. So you throw the first one from here, and then quickly... Obviously, you have two of you doing this, so it'd be a lot easier. Then it's right there. And provided I haven't messed that up, they land wonderfully. And yet the sight is basically completely cancelled out. If they want to look over, they can. Barely. It involved getting right up on this coffin, but even then you can't really see a whole lot. You can see if they're deep. But yeah, those two smokes together, really, really useful. A deep CT smoke could be quite useful at times, so just throw that. You're just going to walk into this corner, look up and go from the bracket and go two of these panels down, and just aim at like the middle of it and just throw. That's going to go quite deep and secure you deep CT control. So combined with the two smokes here will create a really nice situation where someone can just go and plant in the smoke and the others can push through into CT and get church control, and then maybe take the guys out on site. Alternatively, just play after plant. So yeah, really useful smokes.